This is Time Warner Cable's Local Edition. I'm Brad Pomerance. We are joined by Wayne Powell. He's a member of the Manhattan Beach City Council, recently re-elected. Congratulations, sir. A big victory. You came in first out of 6 candidates. Yes. What went right?
Everything. It was a far cry from 4 years earlier when it was a squeaker of an election.
Okay. What's interesting about Manhattan Beach is you do have term limits, and so you are the only incumbent running, so the 2 new members are in fact new. How is that in terms of moving forward when you have kind of people rotating in and out of the council?
It's interesting. After my second year of my first term, there was one council member that was termed out, and another one that chose not to run. And I had 2 new colleagues, and the complexion changed.
So right now, after 4 years, you're the senior member?
Yes.
Which is very interesting and really a 21st century phenomenon, given that term limits is so relatively new in our republic.
That's true. Although, as I learned early on, each of us have 1 vote, and they're all equal.
Right. Now, you have been working vigorously to create, I guess, what I would call some good government initiatives. Initiatives that make the council more accessible to the public. 2 of those initiatives have already gone into effect, and then I want to talk about your third one, which is very interesting. So why don't you tell us about what you've done in terms of public comment and the length of public comment?
Sure. When I was first elected, we had a situation where general audience participation was at the very end of the meeting, and people don't want to wait around 5 to 6 hours, so it discouraged public comment.
City council meetings are 5 to 6 hours?
Sometimes longer.
Oh my.
I got that moved to the beginning of the council meeting, so now people don't have to wait around. Then, when I became mayor, we had a time limit of 15 minutes for total.
Total?
Yeah. And so not everyone would get a chance to speak, and I thought that was wrong. I got that limit removed, and now everyone gets the opportunity to speak.
But how do you limit the amount of time? Are you still at the 3-minute mark, but you will let as many people speak as they choose?
Right. Everyone has 3 minutes max. Sometimes we let them go over, but as many people who want to speak get that chance.
Do you find that the public comment period is used to its best potential, or does it become a forum for a lot of just complaining, or both?
We have a couple of people, so-called gadflies, although I don't like the name.
No, I understand what you're saying.
But we do have a lot of people that contribute. And we get some of our best ideas from the public.
Nice to hear.
So that's why I believe public comment is outstanding.
Here's another challenge. There's no doubt that Manhattan Beach is a nice-sized city. It's not too large, it's not too small. But in the final analysis, it can be difficult to get to these meetings. If you want to offer public comment. It also can be a little intimidating for some to stand up in front of a group. And so you're trying to create a 21st century solution to those dual challenges.
Sure. What I'd like is for people to either be there through Skype or have live emails.
You say it so nonchalantly, but that's really, in a lot of ways, a revolution. I mean, if you do you know of any other cities that allow public comment other than through personal appearances?
I actually looked to see what other cities' best practices were, and I couldn't find anything like that. I was surprised. I would think by now people would have done that.
So you're thinking of Skype. What about through Twitter or emails or a specific web page?
All social media. Whatever technology can allow someone to dial in, that's great. And we actually had one lady who was so nervous, she got to the podium and she was shaking like that. But people could do it in the comfort of their home.
So how far off are we from these new initiatives taking place?
Right now we have city staff, the technology people, looking into what's involved. There's also one issue, and that is if people have obscene material, you got to have a gatekeeper.
Of course. Okay. His name is Wayne Powell. He's a council member of Manhattan Beach. I'm Brad Pomerance. This is Time Warner Cable's Local Edition.